Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear the music at all? Can you even hear the music? Can you hear me? What's going on, boys and gals? We're on Friday nights. We got 2 more minutes till we're doing deck reviews. If you want to hop in here. We're going to be looking at Hazel the Root Bloom and Bonny Clear Cutter, which should be pretty interesting. The Hazel deck, as you can see, is a work in progress, so we're going to be kind of doing some early suggestions, which will be very fun. Let me switch this over here. Boom. Yeah. Okay. Welcome to Friday Night Deck Reviews. We're going to be starting off this week's Friday Night Deck Reviews with Hazel of the Root Bloom, submitted by 3 Hoenn. 3 Hoenn is a regular here on the channel. I got to play against I don't know if it was a version of this deck, but I did get to play against a Hazel deck that was very strong. And we're looking at his version of Hazel that he has gotten started here. He's on a $30 budget, so we're going to be suggesting some lower budget powerhouse cards, because already this is looking super spicy. But for those of you that don't know what Hazel does, actually really quick, let me read you what he sent me really quick. He said there's a lot of stuff in the considering that I'll most likely put in bangers like for the common good, just putting them to the side right now in case I go over budget, looking to spend $30 like usual. Only card I won't cut is Giant Opportunity, gives me Yu-Gi-Oh vibes for some reason. So we'll get to that in a minute. But if you don't know what Hazel does, Hazel is 2, a black and a green for a 3/5 that you can tap, pay 2 life, tap X untapped tokens you control, add X mana of any combination of colors, and at the beginning of your end step, create a token that's a copy of target token you control. If that token is a squirrel, instead create 2 tokens that are copies of it. The first card that I thought of right off the bat, 3 Hoenn, was the one that LJL was playing, where you get to create a demon for tapping creatures. Yeah. Tap this and 2 untapped creatures you control to create a 5/5 demon with flying. And then in Hazel, you get to tap, or at the beginning of your end step, create another 5/5 demon with flying. So 10 power for tapping 3 creatures in a token deck. I mean, that seems pretty doable. I like the idea of going big tokens like that you can double too. I think a couple cards like that would be pretty useful. Okay, so as far as creatures are concerned, we got Avengers Zendikar to make a bunch of plants, Chittering Witch to make a bunch of rats, Dark Star Augur to reveal a top card of your library, put that card into your hand, lose that much life, it has offspring, so you get 2 Bobs on a stick. Fell Beast of Mordor, 2 and 2 black, 3/3 flying, devour 1. When Fell Beast of Mordor enters the battlefield or attacks, target opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the number of 1/1 counters on it. Ooh. Ooh, I need that in Arna. That's actually gross in Arna. Yikes. Gilded Goose, some good mana ramp. Gruff Triplets will give you tokens of themselves. So again, oh, the Gruff Triplets is disgusting in here. Yeah, yikes. Makes token copies of itself, but whenever a Gruff Triplets dies, other Gruff Triplets gets 1/1 counters equal to its power. So if you're making token copies of the Gruff Triplets tokens with Hazel, that's disgusting. LJL, yo, 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 how's it going, my mans? Good, I just recommended a card that we played against, that I think you played. Scourge Dag High Priest. I was thinking that would be pretty good in the Hazel deck. Nightmare Shepherd's a really cool option because it brings back creatures that die as 1/1 tokens. So you can make copies of them. Peregrine Took gives you card draw for making tokens. Pippin lets you create food tokens, sacrifice 4 foods. Other creatures get +3/+3 and gain haste until end of turn. That's pretty good because you can just proliferate the foods fairly quickly with Hazel. So I like that. Scourge Dag is fun. It's a bit hard to get going if you don't have any way to reliably turn on Morbid like Ayara has. Oh, he's got Morbid. Okay. Well, it still might be something to consider, though, if you've got enough ways to sack stuff in this deck. I'm not sure if you do, though. Tireless is really good. Animist Awakening, X and a green, reveal the top X cards of your library, put all land cards from among them onto the battlefield tapped, and then the rest on the bottom of your library. If there are 2 or more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard, untap those lands. It's pretty good. Audience with Tristani, 2 and a green. Create a 0/1 plant, then draw cards equal to the number of differently named creature tokens you control. Coiling Rebirth, gift a card, return target creature card from your graveyard. Then if a gift was promised, and that creature isn't legendary, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 1. That's so good in here. That's so good. Foggy Swamp Visions, 1 and 2 black. Sorcery. As an additional cost to cast the spell, you may waterbend X. Exile X, target creature cards from your graveyard. For each creature card exiled this way, create a token that's a copy of it. At the beginning of your next end step, sacrifice those tokens. Yeah, sure. You get to keep it, though, with Hazel. Giant Opportunity, is that the card you said that you didn't want to take out? Yes. You may sacrifice 2 foods. If you do, create a 7/7 green giant creature token. Otherwise, create 3 food tokens. This is one that he said he's not willing to take out, which is cool. That's a cool card. Harmonize, draw 3 cards. Open the Way. X and 2 green. X can't be greater than the number of players in the game. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X cards or X land cards, and then put them onto the battlefield tapped. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Pest Infestation, blow up stuff, make tokens. Shamanic Revelation, draw cards equal to the number of creatures you control, gain life. Stargaze, look at twice X cards, put X of them into your hand, the rest into your graveyard, you lose X life. And Sylvan Offering, X and a green. You and an opponent both make an XX Tree Folk, and then you and an opponent each create X/1/1 Elves. Paw Patch Formation, good removal. Or you can make a food token. Crowded Crypt, make a bunch of zombies on a mana rock. Asika's Chariot was played against us when we played against a version of this deck, and it was really good. Make a bunch of cats. Idol of Oblivion, draw cards for making tokens. Mirror Mind Crowd, make token copies of stuff, which, sure, I'm guessing is going to be good. Killer Service, make 4/4 rhinos. And Promise of Aklazats. 1 in the black enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a non-demon creature if you do populate. That's pretty cool. Sacrifice a non-demon creature for its sorcery for 2 and a black. If you do, create a 4/3 white and black vampire demon creature with flying. That's a cool card. I don't think I've ever seen that card. That's a good one. Okay. In the considering here, we've got Dusk Mangler, 5 and 2 black, 5/4. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature, discard a card, or pay 4 life. When Dusk Mangler enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a creature, discards a card, or loses 4 life. So if we could find more effects that make token copies of stuff, that's very good. High Fae Negotiator, same deal, 3 and 2 black. When it enters, if it was bargained, each opponent loses 3 and you gain 3. Threefold Thunder Chunk. 7 for a 0/0 enters with 3 1/1 counters. When it enters or attacks, create a number of 1/1 colorless gnomes equal to its power. Pay 2, sacrifice another artifact, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. It's very good. Hey, Dusk Mangler was my suggestion from the Discord. I was going to say, I thought I saw that on the Discord the other day. Convert to Slime. 3 a black and a green. Destroy up to 1 target artifact, up to 1 target creature, up to 1 target enchantment. If there are 4 or more card types in your graveyard, create an XX ooze, where X is the total mana value of those permanents. That's really good in this deck. For the common good, 2X and a green. Create X tokens that are copies of target token you control. Then tokens you control gain indestructible until your next turn. Yeah, sure. Full flowering, populate X times. 1 dozen eyes, 5 and a green. Put a 5/5 green creature token into play, or a 5/1/1 insect creature tokens into play. Seems good. Return from the wilds. Search your library for a basic land, put it into play tapped, create a 1/1 human, or create a food. You get to pick 2. That's pretty good. Espers to Magicite. 3 and a black, instant, exile opponent's graveyards. Each opponent's graveyard. When you do, choose up to 1 target creature card exiled this way. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's an artifact, and loses all other types. That's so good in this deck. This deck's sick. Second Harvest. That's a definite add. Dollhouse. Exile a creature card from a graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 0/0, and it gets 1/1 for each construct you control, and it gains haste until end of turn. God Pharaoh's Gift, 7 for an artifact. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, create a token that's a copy of the card, except it's a 4/4 black zombie and it gains haste. Sure. Maskwood, everything's the same creature type. Make 2/2s. Mimic Vat, bring back something that died as a token over and over again. Roiling Hemisphere, make a bunch of 1/1 hamsters. Soul Foundry, create a token that's a copy of the exiled card. When it enters, exile a creature from your hand. That seems pretty great. Font of Agonies. Whenever you pay life, put that many blood counters on Font of Agonies. Pay 1 in the black, remove 4 blood counters from Font of Agonies, destroy target creature. And then the Cloning of Shredder. 4 and 2 black, exile target creature card from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it isn't legendary and is a mutant in addition to its other types. Create a token that's a copy of a card exiled with the saga, except it isn't legendary and is a mutant in addition to its other types, and then do that again. Damn. So you just get 3 tokens that are copies of anything from a graveyard. It's a really good card. I might need to pick one of these up. That's really good. Yeah, I think I need one of those for my Taval deck. I wanted to do like an overhaul on Taval. I think that's actually a really good card. Okay, so suggestions for the Hazel build. We're going for really cool tokens that we're going to make copies of. Big mana off of Hazel. To then play some giant spells to do some crazy ass combos with. So what are we thinking? I feel like City of Death is perfect in this. Let's see. Two and a green, Enchantment Saga. Chapter 1, create a treasure token. And then Chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, create a token that's a copy of target non-saga token you control. Yeah. That's bananas. That's really good. There's Abyssal Harvester, which is interesting. I don't know if you can interact with it enough in this deck. But exile target... No, you can. Exile target creature card from a graveyard that was put there this turn. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a nightmare in addition to its other types. Then exile all other nightmares you control. Which is fine. You do, with the timing, you make the nightmare first, then you copy it with Hazel, and you get 2 copies of the thing that died. That's not bad. Oh! What about Bio-Waste Bob? 2 and 2 green 0/0 oozes you control get 1/1 at the beginning of your upkeep. If you control a commander, create a token that's a copy of Bio-Waste Bob. So if you can get around to 1 turn to make this, you immediately just buff up to 3 and then 6 and then 12, 24. And they're all giving each other 1/1s. That seems pretty gross. Rootcast apprenticeship might be good. 3 and a green sorcery. Choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. Put 2 1/1 counters on target creature. Create a token that's a copy of target token you control. Target player creates a 1/1 green squirrel, or target opponent sacrifices a non-token artifact. Yeah, this is perfect in your deck. That's really good. Oh, I didn't even read that Asika's Chariot makes a copy of a token you control. LJL recommended Kinzu of the Bleak Coven. 4 and a black, 5/4. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may pay 2 life and exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 1/1 and has Toxic 1. It's not bad. That's definitely it's definitely not bad for the deck. Oh, Spring Heart and Tugo's probably not in budget. Ooh. Ukalan, 3 and a black, star 4. When Ukalan's power is equal to the number of crabs, oozes, and horrors you control. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target creature card from an opponent's graveyard. If you do, create a token that's a copy of Ukalan. That could get out of hand too. That's actually not bad. If you have the budget for it, Saw in Half is really good with Hazel. Yeah, it's sitting at $5. It is really good though. March of the Whirldoos might be a cool win con in here. It's like $2. Turns all your creatures into 6/6s, and then whenever you cast a spell, you get a 3/3 elephant token. That's not bad at all. Just make 6/6s out of everything, and then just start duplicating 6/6s with Hazel. Seems pretty good. Little Daddy Vert, what's up, big dog? How you doing, my guy? Can you guys hear the music at all? Yes, sir. Nice. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're looking at a Hazel deck, Vert. Trying to make some cool, interesting tokens, duplicate them, make big mana, play big combo stuff. Maskwood Nexus and Conspiracy are interesting with the commander. He's got Maskwood Nexus, but Conspiracy is definitely interesting too with the whole squirrel thing. Because if the thing he... What? 3 and 2 black... Choose a creature type. Creatures you own that aren't in play, creature spells you control, and creatures you control are the chosen type. So everything in your deck is squirrels now, and then when you sack anything in play, it'll count as a squirrel. Or not sack anything. Duplicate anything, it'll count as a squirrel, so you get to make more duplicates. So, yeah. That's definitely good. Kind of fire, my dog. What else we got here? Rain of the Pit's sick. It's super slow, but it's pretty sick. Each player sacks a creature, create an XX demon where X is the total power of all the creatures sacrificed. And then, yeah, you could start making duplicates of that demon. 6 is steep, but it's pretty good. Has flying, too. It's not bad. There's a little pet card I play. I don't know if it would be good here, but it's called Craterhoof Behemoth. Not sure. It might be worth checking out. I've heard of that one. I think it's kind of overrated. I think too many people are especially in the niche community, play it. It's starting to become a little mainstream, starting to break out a little bit. But what he should really run is Tomb of Arami to sacrifice all of his lands to make a 5/5 demon. That's what he needs to do. Ooh, Obnixilis is actually really good. Each opponent loses 1 life. You gain 1 for each life lost this way. -2, create a 5/5 demon with flying. You lose 2. You get an emblem with pay 1 and a black, sacrifice a creature. You gain X, draw X, where X is the sacrifice creature's power. For 88 cents, that's actually not bad. It just comes with a 5/5 demon to protect it. And then with Hazel, it's pretty much it comes with 2 5/5 demons. So you're paying 5 mana for 2 5/5 demons and then a bunch of upside past that. I don't know, that's pretty good. 4 mana, 5/5, no land, value. Yeah, value. This guy's a lot of mana, but he's really cool. At the beginning of your end step, exile 1 creature card from a graveyard. If you exile the card this way, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 5/5 black demon. Definitely fits the strategy. What's up, Crypt Knight? We are looking at 3 Hoenns Hazel list right now. And we are making some suggestions. He wants very cool tokens to make copies of. We're making big mana. We're dumping that mana into big old spells. What else do we got? How do you do like the star power and toughness thing? Consuming Blob. Consuming Blob's power is equal to the number of card types in your graveyard, and toughness is equal to that number plus 1. At the beginning of your end step, create a green ooze creature token with this power is equal to the number of card types in your graveyard, and its toughness is equal to that number plus 1. Okay, so it doesn't exponentially grow, it just makes 1 more. That's not very good. I mean, it's alright. I want something that makes like star tokens. Ooh, pack rat. $2. Could be kind of cool to make a bunch of pack rats. They all get giant. Hydra Broodmaster. 4 and 2 greens, 7/7. When it becomes monstrous, create XXX green Hydra creature tokens. Ooh. Ooh. This is actually really good in Hazel, because then you can just, like, dump one of your huge mana turns into, like, maybe playing this and going monstrous with it, or just, like, waiting a rotation and going monstrous with it. That's pretty good. I like it. I know I always suggest it, but God Pharaoh's Gift. I think he had God Pharaoh's Gift in here, if I'm not mistaken. No, he didn't. I don't know where I saw that. He did have this in there. Oh, we had it in the maybe. Okay, that's why I didn't remember. Yeah, God Pharaoh's Gift. Okay, I was gonna say. Harvest season. Harvest season. What is that? Two and a green. Search your library for X basic lands, where X the number of tapped creatures you control, and put those cards into the battlefield tapped. Oh, that seems like such a 3-Hoenn card. He's gonna love that one. What up, Alex? I think he has Stargaze in the main deck, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. He's got Stargaze in there, baby! Just for you! Hell yeah. Sorry, I got a hell of a dry throat. Got a hell of a dry throat right now, Lars. Any populate in mono green worth considering? He's got some populate stuff in here. I don't know if there's anything else that's worth considering. Let's see. Damn. There's definitely more populate cards than this, right? Arboreal Alliance enters the battlefield, create an XX tree folk. This might be great in your deck. Use a lot of your Hazel mana to make a huge tree folk, or use a bunch of your mana to make a huge tree folk, and then use your Hazel to make another copy of it. Whenever you attack with one or more elves, populate. Oh. Well, that's bad. That's never mind. That's not going to be great. Yeah, Hazel. Of the root bloom. Of the mother frizzy rooty bloomy. Oh yeah, the squirrel. The squirrel of death. We're on a $30 budget. Are you ever making non-legendary copies of Hazel? I don't imagine so. It seems like a lot of the ways to do that is like returning stuff from the graveyard. Or... I mean, Mirror Mind Crowned on Hazel will make copies of her. Yeah, Mirror Mind Crown's in here, which is on budget. Which seems really good. $30 budget is very respectable. Very respectable. I mean, this are like the card selections we have already are really strong, and we're only sitting at $13. We hate the budget, Precious. We hate it. What other suggestions we got here, boys? I don't know. Yeah, no. We kind of got a lot of them out here quick. Living weapon, just consider it. Every end step you make a 0/0 germ. Hell yeah. Maybe the deck wants some generically good cards to go along with the theme. That's fair. Hopefully this Marvel reprint will drop the price of Helm of the Host down. That'd be nice. What about Invoke the Ancients, dude? 1 and 4 green, create 2, 4, 5 green spirit creature tokens. For each of them, put your choice of a Vigilance, Reach, or Trample counter on it. And Hazel, it's 5 mana for 3 of these bad boys. 5 mana for 12 power, 15 toughness. That's definitely kind of cool. Ooh, old One Eye. $2, dude. 6 for a 6/6 trample. Gives all your other creatures trample. When it enters, you get a 5/5. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, you may discard 2 cards to return them from your graveyard to your hand. Sure. Sandworm Convergence. That is a good one. 6 and 2 green. Creatures without flying can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. At the beginning of your end step, create a 5/5 green worm. Sure. Feed the pack. 5 and a green. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a non-token creature. If you do, create X/2/2 green wolves, where X is that creature's toughness. Seems pretty good. Crush of Worms is a classic. 6 and 3 green. Put 3 6/6 worms into play. That's pretty good, though. 9 mana for 18 power and toughness. That's not bad for an old card. I didn't get a notification you were going live. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like me. Ave, Progenitor Ooze might be cool. Ave. 2 and 3 green, 2/2 storm. Ave, Progenitor Ooze isn't a legendary. If it's a token, Ave enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each ooze you control. So you get to make copies of it with Storm. That could be interesting. I don't know how big of a Storm count we're going to build in this deck, but that is a cool way to get more Aves. If you can at least get one. What is this guy? We're looking at 3 Hoenns Hazel deck, Rikimaru. Trying to give him some suggestions for it. Just came back from playing EDH with my playgroup. I just won with the upgraded Hapatra brew you presented for 15 bucks. Hey, hell yeah, dude. Good to hear. That's super cool. What'd you upgrade? Do you throw a bunch in, all of them in? Do you throw some spice in there? What you got? What you got? Breach the multiverse. That's a $10 card. Damn. Nah, just your recommendations. Hell yeah. That's sick, dude. That's good to hear. Gosh, some cats are fighting outside. Fucking beast. Going full alley cat. Are they doing anything with +1/+1 counters? It does not seem like it, no. Just like cool tokens you can get and make copies of with Hazel, and then use her big mana for some spells. I'm seeing if there's any like big spells we could dump the mana into that would be good. Genesis Wave's a 39-cent card now. That could be pretty great in your deck. Dump all your mana into this and then just hit all your permanents off top that cost extra less. Asika's Chariot is in the list, I believe. It's very good. Springheart and Tuco's a little out of budget. We're on a $30 budget. Haven't seen the deck list, but Saw in Half, if there are any good creatures, ETBs. Saw in Half is a little out of budget, I assume. We're on a $30 budget on the deck. I wonder if there's an X drop that makes like an X token. Other than that Hydra. I feel like there's gotta be more that does that. Is Mimic that in the list? Yes, it is. It's very, very good. Not in green black. Damn. What's up, Gratari? How we doing? Ooh, what's that? This could be sick. She's $2. You could just pay the 4 life and drop her for 5 mana, and then create X. Oh, for each 2 life paid, it enters with 2 less loyalty. Ew. Yeah, it's not as good as I thought. It's okay. You could pay 7 for a 7 loyalty that plus 1s and makes a 7/7 or an 8/8, and then you can make another 8/8 and then just start using it as removal. So it's not bad. It's definitely an absolute bomb. The 7's a little steep, but I don't know. Depends on if you'd be willing to play it or not. I still think it's pretty decent. There's Kura. When Kura dies, you make an XX where X is the number of lands you control. That could be pretty good to copy. I don't know how you could guarantee make it die in your deck, but not bad. Gelatinous Genesis. Two X and a green, create an XX green ooze token. Oh, create XXX. Damn. Metotic Slime, maybe? Four and a green, 4/4. Metotic Slime dies, create 2 2/2s. They have, when this creature dies, create 2 1/1s. I like Metotic Slime a lot. Slime Molding. X and a green, create an XX Ooze creature token. Yeah, those both seem great in this deck. What? You could either dump all your mana into it or dump your ability into it. Sylvan Offering. I think Sylvan Offering was in the deck, wasn't it? Yes, Sylvan Offering. Very good. Very good. Dance of the Tumbleweeds. You could either play it as a 3-drop to search your library for a basic land card and put it into play, or you could pay 5 mana to create an XX green elemental creature token where X is the number of lands you control. That might be worth it. Pay 5. You have like 7 mana in play. Make a 7/7. Hazel, make another 7/7. Or just use it as mana ramp if you need it. Oh yeah, Mirkwood Bats is great in here. With all the tokens we're making. Worm Calling is surprisingly expensive. Yeah, $5. That's crazy. It's good, but like, damn. What kind of sack outlets you got? Not really any. We've got Chittering Witch, which can sack stuff. That's pretty much it as far as sack outlets are concerned. Killer Service lets you like sacrifice a token and turn it into a 4/4. What about the one that lets you sack stuff and draw a card and lose a life for each thing you sack? Plumb the Forbidden. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may sacrifice 1 or more creatures. When you do, copy this spell for each creature sacrificed this way. Draw a card, lose a life. That could be very good in this deck. What's a budget version of Ashnod's Altar? I mean, like... Yeah, it's a $13 card. Yeah, not really nothing. Ruthless Knave might be kind of cool in this deck. 2 and a black, sacrifice a creature, create 2 colorless treasure creature token or artifact tokens with tap, sacrifice this, add 1 mana of any color, sacrifice 3 treasures, draw a card. So you could dump like a bunch of your Hazel mana into using his sacrifice like 3 or 4 times and then getting like 6, 8, 10 treasures. And then either sack them to draw or like keep them stacked up. That'd be kind of cool. Culling Ritual, a bad idea? Culling Ritual is more like a meta card, I feel. Depends on who you play with. You'll also blow up all your own tokens with that, which is interesting. You'll have to play into that. Yo, how do I submit a deck review? If you are a Patreon or YouTube member, there will be a deck submission form on there. And if you have trouble finding it, you can just hit me up with a message. I'll send it to you. But yeah, we do it through the members because when we had it open to everybody, there was like hundreds of decks coming in, which was, you know, a little too much. So. Priest of Forgotten Gods. Is this inexpensive now? Yeah, 52 cents now? Hell yeah. Sacrifice 2 other creatures. Any number of target players lose 2 life. Sacrifice a creature. And sacrifice a creature of their choice. You add 2 black and draw a card. That's interesting. That's a really good card. Evolutionary Leap could be pretty good in here, actually. Sack a creature, reveal off top till you hit another creature and put it into your hand. That could be really good. Evolutionary Leap can be potential sack outlet. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, thanks. Nick, when you're reviewing a deck, it would be cool if you had an overlay of the decks, of the name of the deck, the person's name, and whether or not the budget bracket X. Oh, that'd be actually really cool. I'm actually definitely gonna design that tonight. I never noticed the art was this girl coming out of like a snake. That's super cool. I'm definitely going to do that, by the way, Kryptonite. That's a really good idea. Second Harvest is a must. Don't know if it's already in there. Second Harvest, I think, is in the considering. Yeah. I'm sure that's going to make the cut. That's a very good card. All right, let's get some last minute suggestions in here and we'll move on. I think we got some good suggestions here. I hope 3 Hoenn found any of this useful. I'm gonna drink some water and wet my whistle. Wait, the stream started? Damn. Oh, 3 Hoenn, no. There was no noti on Discord. That's what everyone said. I don't know why Discord's being a total jerk. We had a bunch of good suggestions for you, Hoenn. Anybody got any more? Gotta watch it back, I guess. Yep, I'm sorry, 3 Hoenn. But you got a lot of good stuff. I blanked, kinda. Yeah, a little bit here. But I mean, we had a ton of good suggestions, so I don't think it's really blanking. It might just be running out of good suggestions here. Yeah, a lot of people missed it. I don't know why it didn't notify anybody on Discord. It's been being really weird. I've had a couple people reach out and say that my videos haven't been being notified about my videos either, which is kind of annoying. But you know, you can't win them all. I got a ton of good suggestions, but they're all blue or white. Golgari is a little harder. Fiend Artisan. Oh, Fiend Artisan's really good. Is that within budget, though? Did you get canceled by the ALG? I hope not. I don't know why I would have. Yeah, it's too expensive. Like, I'd love Rally the Galadrim in here, but it's blue. What is that? Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Conspire. Yeah. That would be pretty fucking sick in here. All right, I think we're gonna move on to the next deck, boys. We got some good suggestions here. Our next suggestion, or submission. Oh, hold on a second. We got one more. We got another thing. Soul Separator. 3, pay 5, tap it, sacrifice this artifact, exile target creature card from your graveyard, create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 1/1. It's a spirit in addition to its other types, does flying, create a black zombie creature token with its power and toughness equal to its power and toughness. That's pretty good. Malevolent Witch Kite. 4 and 2 black, 5/4 flying. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice any number of artifacts, enchantments, or tokens, then draw that many cards. That'd be great. As a card draw spell, and then you might be able to make token copies of it and then start duplicating those with Hazel and start getting like card draw effects looping. That'd be pretty cool. I like that. Okay, our next deck is submitted by Alex KV, and it is a Bonny Paul Clear Cutter deck, and their submission says the idea for this deck came from one of my friends named Ivo. So the game plan of this is to reach some of the cards that allow us to ignore the legend rule, polar opposite to my Ur-Dragon Death Triggers deck, if you remember, so we can blink the commander and assemble a field of beefed up Simic cows and bash face with them. The deck has a really packed toolbox, and I'm very proud of how I've developed this cool idea that my friend had. Optimized Casual, win condition, playing some of my finishers, I've tagged them, after I've acquired a way to ignore the legend rule, aka assemble an army of cows and buff them up to something like Unnatural Growth or Railway Brawler. Favorite interaction, equipped Blade of Selves on Bonny while having a way to go around the legend rule and create a whole field of beefed up cows. Bonus points if the Panharmonicon is in play. What do I hope to get from the review? To show off the deck to get some new card recommendations. And what type of member are you? They are a Patreon member, or YouTube member. Huge thanks to you. So yeah, we're working on cows. Randall's, there's cows on the battlefield. It's a cow farm. There's gonna be cows. Okay, let's see here. Boop. Boop. Nice. One second. Okay. P-Mac Dance Dude! What's going on, my guy? How we doing? I played it one time against y'all guys. Oh, I remember. It did exactly what you wanted it to do, too. Sorry for not joining sooner. No, you're good. Nobody got the notification, so a lot of people are coming in late. It's all good. We got plenty of VOD for you to watch. Gonna suggest my goat archetype of imagination so that way you can crack a corny joke like they can fly now. I love archetype of imagination. It's a cool card. Creatures you control have flying. Creatures your opponents control lose flying. Honestly, I quit the Discord because I couldn't block the notifications, XD. That's fair. Oi, what's up, Hoen? Double major? I don't think I saw it. Copy target creature spell you control, except it isn't legendary. So yeah, you pay an additional 2 to cast your commander, essentially, and you get another commander. That seems pretty good. What's up, Alex? Perfect. Perfect. I'm good. Almost done with exams, but yeah. Oh yeah, I just read your Discord thing this morning, dude. I hope that stress gets off your shoulders here shortly. It's never fun. What other things? Oh yeah, hold on. Let's actually look at the deck here before we do anything else. I'm wondering what the point of the commander deck is. I think I missed something, but why do we have extra copies of the commander? The cow is also legendary. Because we're just trying to dig for something that ignores the legend rule. So we're digging for Mirror Box or Sakashima. So then we can start making copies. So we have to hit one of these and have it stick for the deck to fire off, but that's like that's the fun of the deck. I actually played against this deck and it actually did stick and fire off, and it was really, really scary. I've seen the card floating around, so we can have cattle instead of just cow, obviously. Yeah, we don't want cow. We want a herd. You could run Flood of Mars in the list if you need extra mana for any reason. And the deck is also an ETB deck. Hell yeah. Okay, so as far as Blink is concerned, we got Blur, Essence Flux, Ghostly Flicker, Planar Incision, Teferi's Time Twister, Teferi's Time Twist. For Blink engines, we've got Conjurer's Closet, Deadeye Navigator, Displacer Kit, and Sword of Earth and Home, and Thassa. These are all going to blink recurring. Card draw. Aether Channeler, which is great because we can blink this itself. We can either make a 1/1, bounce something to its owner's hand, or draw a card. Teferi's Taint. Watch out. Blur. Exile a thing and then bring it back. Draw a card. Elemental Bond. Whenever a creature with power 3 or greater enters, draw a card. Garruk's Uprising 4 or greater, draw a card. Glorious Sunrise. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose one. Creatures you control get 1/1. Target land can produce 3 green. Draw a card if you control a creature with power 3 or greater, or you gain 3 life. Mystic Remora. We all know what that does. Preordain and Tireless Tracker, making investigations or making clue tokens when you play a land. Copying stuff. We got Blade of Selves, which is really good. Equip creature has Myriad, so if we have our commander in play as well as a one of these enablers, we'll start making a ton of cows with the Myriad. Phantasmal Image, just a 2-drop clone, and Spark Double will just straight up make a copy of our commander and won't care about the legend rule, which is nice. Or one of our cows and not care about the legend rule. It's counterspells, an offer you can't refuse. Counterspell, Dispel, Mana Drain, Mana Leak, Pact of Negation, Swan Song. ETB doublers, we got Panharmonicon, it's Dryonic Resonator, 2 double ETBs, obviously. Enablers, we've got Mirror Box and Sakashima, which both shut off the legend rule, which is the main point of the deck. We shut off the legend rule, and then, yeah, we can start making infinite cows in our commander. Hell yeah. Finishers, Railway Brawler. Whenever another creature enters under your control, put X/1/1 counters on it, where X is its power. So we do that along with our big cows, and then, yeah, we make even bigger cows. Holy Helm Host, actually. Holy Helm Host. Traverse the Outlands. Search your library for X basic lands, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Put them in a battlefield tap. That's very good. Unnatural Growth. At the beginning of each combat, double your creature's power and toughness. Champion of Lambbolt. Whenever you play a creature, it gets a 1/1 counter. Stuff smaller than it can't block. Tireless Tracker gives you clue tokens. Mana Ramp. We've got Arcane Signet, Azusa, Dryad of the Elysian Grove, Exploration, Explosive Vegetation, Glorious Sensation. I'm just kidding. Sunrise. Lotus Cobra. Map of the Frontier. Return of the Map. Nature's Lore, Nature's Will, Sky Shroud Claim, Soul Ring, Sword of the Hearth and Home, 3 visits, Traverse the Outlands, a lot of Mana Ramp. Hide on the Ceiling. This card's nuts in your list. Exile X target creatures or artifacts, then return them into play at the beginning of the next end step. So you get to blink a bunch of shit. Also, why is Mirror Room / Fractured Reality not in this deck? Or Fractured Realms? Yeah, when you unlock this door, create a token that's a copy of a creature you control, and if a triggered ability would trigger, it triggers an additional time. Yeah, I got one of those sitting right here next to me, actually. I need to run this card in a deck. I don't know what deck, but it's very good. I feel like Mirror Gallery is supposed to be in this list since there's Transit Mage. Yeah, you definitely need Mirror Gallery in here. You need a Sword of Feast and Famine rather than Hearth. That way you can untap all your lands. Ooh. Keep all that counterspell mana open. In my defense, the deck was made pre-discovering Mirror Room. All good. Can save from board wipes. Oh, the hide on the ceiling? That is really good. It is an instant. Wow, that's really good. Protection. We got Blur, Deadeye Navigator, Displacer Kitten, Essence Flood, Ghostly Pricker. Heroic Intervention, giving all your stuff Hexproof and Indestructible. Planar Incision, Tamio's Safekeeping, giving Hexproof and Indestructible. And Teferi's Time Twist, being a blink spell. Recursion, we've got Eternal Witness, which we can blink, or Noxious Revival, which we can play for free. Removal, Aether Channeler, Chomping Changeling, Pongify, Reclamation Sage, Ulvenwall Trekker. Trample Enablers, Garruk's Uprising, Glorious Sunrise, Nylea. And Tutors, Drift of the Phantasm, you can transmute it to tutor up a 3-drop. Fabricate can tutor up any artifact. Step Through can tutor up a wizard. Transit Mage can tutor up an artifact with mana value 4 or 5. And Trophy Mage can tutor up a mana value 3 artifact. So yeah, plenty of ways to try to tutor up the stuff we need right here. And yeah, we got the Hall of Mirrors or whatever as well. Or Mirror Gallery, definitely needs to go in here. Oh yeah, Helm of the Host, Helm of the Host. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a token that's a copy of a equipped creature, except a token isn't legendary, and it gains haste, so yeah. Perfect for this deck. Dowerport Mage. Whenever one or more creatures you control leaves the battlefield without dying, draw a card. Ooh, every time we blink, we get to draw a card? Yes, sir. Loyal Inventor would also be good. 2 and a blue, Vigilance. When Loyal Inventor enters, you may search your library for an artifact card, reveal it, put that card into your hand if you control an assassin, otherwise put it on top of your library. That's pretty good. It's definitely not bad. I haven't seen this card, by the way. That's a pretty good card, actually. I like this deck a lot. Playing against it, it was really cool. Seeing it fire off, it did some serious work versus us. Abstergo Entertainment. What the hell is that? Taps for a colorless or filters for a color. Pay 3, tap it, exile Abstergo Entertainment. Return up to 1 target historic card from your graveyard to your hand, then exile all graveyards. That's pretty cool. Not sure how popular this card is. I just think Threats Undetected is good. Threats Undetected. 2 and a green, sorcery. Search your library for up to 4 creature cards with different powers and reveal them. An opponent chooses 2 of those cards. Shuffle the cards into your library. Put the rest into your hand. That is a really good card. I want to save that. I need to pick one of those up. Repudiate and Replicate. Repudicate. 2 hybrid Simic, counter target activated or triggered ability. 1 a green and a blue. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Oh yeah. That seems great in here. There's also a new Mirror Gallery effect coming in Marvel that will be really good for this deck. Oh yeah. It's like Council of Reeds. Yeah. The legend rule doesn't apply to creatures you control. At the beginning of combat on your control, if you've cast a non-creature spell, create a copy of Council of Reeds. Seems very good. Scour for scrap. 3 and a blue, choose 1 or both. Search your library for an artifact card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, or return an artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. That's a really good card. Brotherhood Regalia. 2 for an equipment that equips for 1 for a legendary. Equipped creature has Ward 2, is an assassin, and it is an assassin and can't be blocked. Hell yeah. Rights. Tezzeret at the sea. Oh, righted duplication. That's what it was. 2 and 2 blue, make a token copy of something, or you can kick it for 5 to make 5 token copies of something. Sure. Abjure? Is that a card? 1 blue, sacrifice a blue permanent, counter target spell. Damn. If you want funnies, you could run Cryptolith right and flood with stupid amounts of mana. Creatures you control have tap at 1 amount. Well, if you would do that, just run a Sika. Creatures you control have vigilance and can tap for any color of mana, and whenever you cast a creature spell with 3 or more mana, draw a card. Just run that if you're going to run the other one. I like Tom, Mindful First Year for Simic Protection. It's no Mother of Runes, but it's pretty good. Oh, with Flood on Mars, Cryptolith Wraith? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Tom, Mindful First Year. 1 and a hybrid Simic, 2/2. Each other creature you control has hexproof for each of its colors. Target creature you control becomes all colors until end of turn. That's really good. Yeah, it's like a little Simic Mother of Runes. I like it. Ashaya would also be good with it. Power and toughness equal to the number of lands. Non-token creatures are forest in addition to their other types. That seems pretty good. Perplexing Test and Collective Resistance. 3 and 2 blue, choose 1, return all creature tokens to their owner's hands, or return all non-token creatures to their owner's hands. That's really good. Collective Resistance is just always going to be good. Good removal, good protection. Very good card. Also, Propaganda is a hell of a card if you're going for a group hug style. Propaganda is a very good card. Real. Yeah, and it also lets you set up your strategy a lot easier. Sky Coach Conductor. 2 and a blue, flash, flying, vigilance. This creature enters prepared, exile a non-pilot, return it to the battlefield under your control. All aboard instant. So it's a little bird that comes in with a built-in blank. Why not? It's a cool card. Mirror form. 4 and 2 blue, each non-land permanent you control becomes a copy of target non-aura permanent. Make your whole board cows. Deceptive Frostkite. Oh, I like Deceptive a lot. 2 blue, you can copy something with power 4 or greater, except it's a dragon in addition to its other types and has flying. Deceptive's so good for 57 cents. Such a good card. That's all the good cards from the Adrix and Nev deck. I don't usually play Simic. I always like Mystic Reflections for token strats in blue. Oh yeah, the one that makes stuff enter as a copy of something. Mystic Reflections is cool. 1 in the blue, choose target non-legendary creature. The next time 1 or more creatures enters the battlefield under your control, they enter as copies of the chosen creature. I don't know how it works in this deck because the 2 things that we have are legendaries, the cow and our commander. But we could also have our tokens enter as a copy of something else in play, which is pretty good. Is that Garruk's helmet in the water? Underneath these sharks? What's going on in this artwork? Colossal Sky Turtle could be very underrated. Colossal Sky Turtle's very good. You can channel it for 2 and a green to return a card from your graveyard to your hand, or you can channel it for 1 and a blue to return target creature to its owner's hand. It's also just a giant flying Ward 2 turtle. I might need to pick one of these up for Taval. That's pretty freaking good. There's no, like, name a card and then, like, dig for it effects in blue, right? I don't think there really is. Nick, I still have that copy of Black Market Connections for you. Oh my, I forgot about that. That's hype. Is Virtue of Knowledge in there? I didn't see it. Virtue of Knowledge. 4 and a blue. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to trigger, it triggers an additional time. Or you can pay 1 in a blue to copy target triggered ability of a permanent you control. That's pretty good. That's a pretty fucking good card. I really like the Virtue cards. I think they're all called Virtue, right? Yeah, I like Virtue of Loyalty a lot. I think this thing's an absolute banger. Rally the Galdrim is actually kind of good. Oh yeah, we were talking about this on the last deck. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Conspire. As you cast this spell, you may tap 2 untapped creatures that share a color with it to copy it. Yeah, that's pretty fucking good. Nick, I'll put in Sky Turtle for you also. I have a copy. Hey, Sky Turtle. Sky Turtle. Sky Turtle. I was thinking about opening a P.O. box. Just in case anybody wanted to, like, send me art or something that I could hang up in the background. I'm going to probably post on Discord and just see if that's a thing you guys would be interested in. Because there's a couple blank spots on my wall, and I'm like, it'd be cool if I could get some stuff from the community to, like, hang up in here. Orvar the All-Form. Orvar's so cool. 3 and a blue, 3/3 changeling. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if it targets 1 or more permanents you control, create a token that's a copy of those permanents. Whenever a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard this card, create a token that's a copy of target permanent. That's such an interesting thing. He's such a weird card. Everything about this card's weird. Heck yeah, you know my Discord already, Nick. I do. Orvar's like one of the most unique cards ever printed. I really like him. Anything else, boys? I feels like I'd be hopping off kind of quick here, but we like kind of speed suggested a bunch of stuff there. I'm kind of running blank right now. I also am on some medicine that makes me very sleepy around this time, so I'm very apologetic. If I'm kind of out of it. My brain's not braining right now to the fullest. Ecocastics. Oh my god, what the hell? Eco. Oh, Eco, geez. Echo Casting Symposium. See, I told you, I'm not there, dude. I said eco like 13 times in a row. Sleepy Gaming. I'm Sleepy Gaming, baby. It's funny, my Civic list copies all of the mill crabs. Ooh, that's actually a cool list. Bonnie Paul is good in Taval. She can play lands from your graveyard. True. I might need to pick up a Bonnie Paul for her as well. Screw it. Throw Clone Legion in here. Target player creates a token that's a copy of target creature you control, and it's got Paradigm, so you get to do that every turn for the rest of the game. That's pretty cool. Jackal? Am I spelling that wrong? Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value equal to Jackal's power, copy that spell except the spell isn't legendary, then you put a 1/1 counter on Jackal. Jackal's so hard to like actually get the right 1/1 power. I tried to make a deck with him and it was like so difficult. Clone Legion. For each creature target player controls, make a token copy of it. Hell yeah. Why the hell not, Daddy Potter? Why not, Daddy Potter? Taunos. Oh, this Taunos. Whenever you cast a beast or bird spell, is she a beast or a bird? Oh, I thought I was gonna say beast. I was gonna be like, that's sick. You thinking about making vids with the people from Discord, Nick? I'm thinking about making some gameplay stuff. I just don't know what to do. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what content would work and like what would be like actually fun to make and actually something like new and innovative. So I'm just trying to figure out how to make it work. Holy hell, forgot about him. Like tabletop simulator games and such. I'm definitely, that's like where I'm leaning. I'm thinking I'm gonna do that, and if anything, I'll probably post it as like just a side upload, or maybe as like a test for some of the decks that I talk about. Yeah, I gotta just figure that out. I think I got missed earlier, but Aton Soldier or Audon Soldier. Enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield except it isn't legendary and it has Myriad. Oh my god, that's good in this deck. Progenitor Mimic, that would also be a really good one. Copy something and you get token copies of that copy each upkeep. Deep Fathom Echo would be neat. 2 a green blue 4/4 at the beginning of your combat. It explores, then you have it become a copy of another creature until end of turn. I like Deep Fathom Echo a lot. Deck presentations maybe, where people showcase their decks and face off or something. That'd be kind of cool. Some less edit heavy side content. Yeah, that's what I need. Echoing Equation. Three and 2 blue, choose target creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of it until end of turn, except they aren't legendaries. That's pretty cool. I like that. I just got TTS. I haven't played around with it yet. It's really fun. It's a great way to play Magic. Auton Soldier, best recon, baby. Also, Chameleon is great. Oh yeah, Chameleon's really good. For a buck. Have it enter something and its name is Chameleon? Hell yeah. my gosh, boys. It's in the CEDH version of the At the Crossroads. I'm surprised it's only $1. Every time I see this card, it blows me away that it's $1. It's a very good card. Oh, he's getting a reprint in the Marvel set? That quick? Okay. I wish they'd do real life through the Omen Path stuff. I understand why they don't, but I wish they would. I think that'd be cool. Any more suggestions, boys? For the Bonny Powell clear-cutted deck? Gosh, I hate Marvel. Yeah, I'm not a big Marvel guy at all. I've never really been a big superhero guy. Yes, hold on. They will eventually print the Omen Path versions. It's free money. I have one. It's only I need to find it. Why are some of the cards from there good, though? Do you have Greater Good in Bonnie? I didn't see Greater Good. That'd be a really good card. Sack a creature, draw cards equal to the creature's power, then discard 3. That's definitely not bad. This might sound basic, but I would put Command Beacon in since Bonnie can play lands from grave. You would be forever avoiding commander tax. Oh, that's a super big brain idea. You can just sack this to put Bonnie into your command zone or into your hand from the command zone. And then since Bonnie lets you play lands, put it back into play and then just keep looping it and you'll never have to play command tag. That's super big brain, dude. Good shit. Such a good suggestion. Thanks for the suggestions, guys. I don't know if it's good in the list, but Lifecraft engine in this would be funny. Three for a 4/4. Choose a creature type. Vehicle creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their other types. Each creature you control of the chosen type other than this vehicle gets +1/+1. Yeah, Lifecraft, just like you have a cow vehicle. I think the meme of a cow vehicle is worth considering. I mean, they're kind of bad, but the Keiru lands, maybe? I don't even know what those are. That's why I have Command Beacon into Vol. It just comes back. Yeah, I need to get a Command Beacon for Deval immediately. That is so good. Also, what's up, Chevelle? Nick, I'm running this in a deck I plan on showing off. It's hilarious. Hell yeah. Lifecrafter's Engine. Very interesting. Ooh. Fancy. They're like monocolor bounce lands. Oh, yeah. Keiru lands, I see. Oh, yeah, I saw you talking about this in Discord. Zombies on the Bus. I'm excited to see that in action. You'll know it when you see it on TTS. I have an Orzhov list I've submitted later down the line. Hell yeah. I'm excited about that. I'm excited to hear about Zombies on the Bus, dude. I want to play against that shit. You're going to hate me so much, Nick. Is it a stack deck, dude? Is it a stack, Alex? Might be too ambitious, but we can do the same thing with Dark Depths and have multiple avatars since we're getting past the legend rule. You ain't wrong. You could get multiple of the 2020 Merit Lodge. No. It has some, though. Bessie would also be interesting in the list. Who's Bessie? The Doctor's Roadster. 2 for a 3/4 haste. When Bessie attacks, another target legendary creature can't be blocked this turn. Crew 2. Bessie's kind of cool. Evasion for your legendary stuff. Irenicus's Bile Duplication. The Vile D. Just make a token copy of something that isn't legendary. Sure. Yeah, but Chameleon's $1. Chameleon's $1, but Irenicus is 10. Sure. Because that makes sense. All right. Oh, Power Fist. It's actually a really good suggestion. I love Power Fist, dude. Power Fist is so good. Equipped creature gets trample, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put that many +1/+1 counters on it. You'll just have one badass cow. And if someone deals with your mirror box, you'll just sack everything but your badass cow. I would like to share my Boros stack with you, Nick. I just had a demon eject out of my body, dude. It sounds awful. Hey, your little initials in chat spell out Purper. Purper. P-R-P-P-R. P-Mac Rikumaro, P-Mac Rikumaro. Purper. Dude, that's how tired I am right now. I've already hit that stage. Thicket. Thicket. Oh god, I misspelled that. Is there a card just called Thicket? No, there's Thickest in the Thicket, which is pretty fucking good. Mirror Mind Crowned. 4 for an equipment that equips for 2. As long as it's attached to a creature, the first time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copies of equipped creatures. That's pretty cool. You get 2 Bonnies and then a cow instead of the normal. Nick, let's submit chat. Let's submit all stacks decks for Nick's to review. Nick to review. Oh gosh. Wow, that's the one. So we can rage bait him. Nick just stole my suggestion. No, no, no. This is a really good card. For $1, it's actually crazy. I'm trying to think. This would be pretty good in Taval. I'm trying to think what I could put it on that would be crazy in there, though. Orin Frostfang. That is a good one. Attacking creatures you control have Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Welcome back to your regularly scheduled every card is a Taval card. It's been a while since I've touched the Taval deck, dude. I think it needs some tender love and care. That deck needs a reboot. I haven't played that in a while. I need to touch that thing up. I might actually take that out later tonight and look at it and just see what I've got. Thickest in the thicket with bow basically just reads make this cow stupid huge and draw 2 cards every turn. Yeah, it's pretty fucking good. Draw 2 cards if you control the creature with the greatest power. Yeah, just make your cow huge and draw cards. Cream of the crop. Cream of the crop. 1 and a green. Whenever a creature you control enters, you may look at the top X cards of your library or X that creature's power. If you do, put 1 of those cards on the top of your library and the rest on the bottom of your library. That's such a good card. I like that a lot. Oh, flavor too, W. Let's just make it farm themed at this point. Yeah, cream of the crop, second harvest. We'll do all that. Crop rotation. No, we can't do that one. Then we'll make it bracket 3. For some reason. The scary Taval when I play a humble graveyard hate card. Oh gosh, please don't. Please don't. Yeah, the Morning Tide one is still $16. That's fucking stupid. Summon Titan would be hilarious in this list. 3 and 2 green, 7/7. Chapter 1, mill 5. Chapter 2, return all lands from your graveyard into play tapped. Chapter 3, until end of turn, another target creature you control gains trample and gets +X for X the number of lands you control. That's pretty good. You get to mill your cards and then you get back lands. Make something huge. The summon cards are very good. I wish they'd make more of these. I like them. I said it. There, I said it. I like them. Regal Behemoth would be funny. Give everything hexproof. Or, is it hexproof? No, this isn't the one I was thinking of. Trample, when Regal Behemoth enters, you become the Monarch. Whenever you tap a land for mana, while you're the Monarch, adds an additional mana. It's not bad. Big boy mana. All right. I'm getting stupid tired, I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to probably hop off, boys. I appreciate you guys watching. We had like a peak of like 22 people. The streams have actually been doing really, really well. Our last week's stream is at like almost 500 views, which is crazy for a stream for me. So the deck reviews are actually doing really, really well. So in 100% part because of you guys. I don't end up suggesting like anything during the streams because I am kind of dumb. But I like seeing what other people's got for me. You know what I mean? I like seeing what you guys got for me. Good night, sleepy streamer. Good night. Good night, awake audience. All right. Good night, Nick. All right. Time to go watch back the VOD. LOL. Have a good night, Nick, and everyone. Thank you for the suggestions. Can't wait to see more STS2. Oh, yeah. I'll probably stream some more of that. I'm going to be streaming Sunday. So on Sunday, I'm going to be playing a bunch of games all day and streaming. So if you want to tag in and watch me play some stuff. I'll be playing some horror games. Probably some Slay the Spire. Be pretty good. Good night. Get better, bud. Oh, I feel fine. I'm just tired. My medicine makes me tired. I took it too early. And now it's 9 o'clock and I'm like, oh. I'm old man in it. Holy horror games. Peak. It's going to be sick, dude. It's going to be peak. You're exactly right. All right. Thanks for stopping in, boys. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys on Sunday. Have a good one.